Welcome back, everybody. This time I am on a website called AliExpress. So it's aliexpress.com. This is in fact the biggest wholesale website on the internet. It's also a Chinese website, so most of the suppliers on this website are shipping from China. I've typed in emergency fire starter rod up here in the search bar, and I have brought up quite a few results. So first of all, let's scroll through and take a look. Now what we are looking for initially, when we have found the right search results, of course, so when we're on a page where we've got the products that we want to look at, that we're searching for, we are looking initially for sellers with some feedback. So where you see the stars here, you want to see 4.5 or 5 stars and multiple feedback, and also you want to see multiple orders. Now this one here at the top, this is $4.99 a lot, and there are 5 pieces in a lot, which makes these $1 each. I can see this information right here, which tells me that this is quite a small stick. So in comparison to the one that we were looking at on Amazon, this is small because this is 8 centimeters long, which is only like 3 inches. And the one we looked at on Amazon, so the one that was doing really well, was actually about 5 inches long. So really we want to try and find something bigger than this. And the reason these are only $1 is because they are smaller. Another bit of information we can see right on the page without even clicking through is whether or not there's a shipping cost, because some suppliers here, a lot of suppliers, have free shipping. Now that would depend on how many units you are ordering. So you may get free shipping on 1 or 2 or 3 units, but then once you add more, then the shipping cost actually goes from free to paid. But I'm going to demonstrate all of this anyhow. So these are too small. We don't really want a small one like this. Now we may even want to consider something like this. It's the same thing, but it's got a handle on it and it's got the extra bit for scraping the actual rod. And this is $8.79 a lot, and there are 4 pieces in a lot. So that's about $2.20 per piece, which would be okay. This one here is more like the right size, 130, that's 13 centimeters, that would be then about 5 inches. So this would be more like the right size, but this is $3.19 a piece, and the shipping is 47 cents. This will be shipping to the US. We can choose our shipping country. So let's go ahead and just click on this one and have a look at it. Okay, now the first thing you'll notice is that the shipping will take longer from AliExpress. However, there's no waiting. So once you order, your order is processed very quickly and shipped out. Now, estimated delivery time, 28 to 45 days. This is really to cover themselves, because if your item doesn't arrive on time, they are forced to give you a refund. So this is very much to cover themselves. It doesn't take this long. If you want to change your shipping country, just simply click right here, ship my order to, and choose your country from the drop-down box. Now when you are shipping to the United States, but this is the United States only, doesn't apply to any other country, you can choose e-packet, which is faster. But it does add significantly to the shipping cost, as you can see here. So for one item here, we're going to be paying $3.66. Let's see what happens if we add more. Right, so now we're up to 10, and what has happened is the shipping has changed from China Post shipping to e-packet, and that's automatically changed. Now, the shipping cost has actually gone down in this case because we've added 10 to the quantity, and we are now paying $3.40. per unit. Now let's just go back. Let's take a look at this one here. I'd like to see the size of this. So I'm going to scroll down, see if I can find out. Here we are. The flint length is 3.5 inches. So this is a smaller one, but it does have a handle on it to hold it, which would make it easier. And it does have this scraper tool as well. So the person buying it wouldn't need a scraper because it's included. This is the e-packet shipping. Let me see if it's possible to change this. No, e-packet is the only option for this particular item. So that's $10.95 for 4. 4 of these are $10.95. So around about $2.75 per piece, which isn't bad at all. Let's see what happens if we decide to add more. Right, I've added 4 lots to the quantity, so that would be 16 of these at $39.91. That's $2.49, well, say $2.50 per piece, per unit. And that's including shipping, that's everything. So you could even sell these in a pack of 2 on Amazon, which would be pretty good. Now what might happen here, as I try and increase the quantity more and more and more, is that the shipping goes up dramatically. So let's just see what happens. Right, it's happened already just by adding one more lot. So by adding one more lot, the shipping has changed to DHL, which is $185, and clearly we wouldn't pay that. So what's the solution? How can you order more of something like this? So when we had it set up for 4 lots, which would be 16 of these, 16 pieces, the shipping was next to nothing. But as soon as we added another lot, the shipping jumped right up. So how you do this is quite simple. If you wanted more than 16, you order 16, so you order 4 lots, and then you place another order for another 4 lots. That's the way to do it, to keep your shipping costs to a minimum, or even to keep your shipping costs free, because as I say, there are sellers, a lot of sellers, who offer free shipping for a small amount of units. So you can order you can place multiple orders for the smaller amount of units to get the number of units you actually want. Now, the process here on AliExpress is different to the process on Alibaba, because on Alibaba, you make contact with the supplier, you're asking for a sample, etc. Here, it's not necessary to do that. You simply look at the feedback of the seller, and in this case, it's 4.8 feedback, 87 votes. There's been 77 orders for this item. I would be quite happy ordering a small amount of this item. So perhaps 4 or 8 lots. So yeah, so 8 lots, 32 of these. That's going to give me enough to get this going on Amazon. So get these selling on Amazon and find out, just how well these are going to sell. Are they going to sell quickly? And if they are, I'm going to straight away go ahead and order some more. Place a larger order by going probably over to Alibaba and sourcing them cheaper and ordering 100 or a couple of 100 of these. So here on AliExpress, it's simply a case of clicking Add to Cart. You are fully protected. If your order doesn't arrive within the stated time, you are entitled to a refund. If your order arrives and there is something wrong, you are also entitled to be reimbursed. And in fact, when you make a payment through AliExpress, that payment is held in escrow until you've received the order. So the seller doesn't even receive the payment until you've got your items. Now, let's go back and let's search this time, just as we did on Alibaba. Let's search for a bicycle rear light. And scrolling down and having a look, I want to try and find something similar to the bicycle lights I was looking at over on Alibaba. And here's one right here. This one is $1.85 a piece with free shipping. I'm just going to click on this. 4.9 feedback, 214 orders. Now this has a free shipping, so it's $1.85. That's the total price for one. Let's see what happens when I start adding more. Still got free shipping, still free. As soon as I add the fourth unit to the quantity, the shipping goes from free to $1.16. Still at $1.16. Okay, so in other words, if I wanted 20 of these, I would only pay a total of $1.16 for the shipping, which is negligible. So therefore, I would be happy to do that as opposed to placing multiple orders for 3 units. I wouldn't mind placing one order for 20 units. I'm paying $1.16 in total, spread across 20 units. It's next to nothing. We can scroll down here and take a look. More information about this item. I don't really like the way this is on the top. It doesn't look that good. I wouldn't order this, but I'm just showing you here. It looks a little bit cheap to me. The finish at the top is a bit cheap. Now here's another one that I like the look of a lot better, and this is the solar power one, and I did look briefly at this on Alibaba as well. Let's take a look at this. So this is $2.45. It has free shipping. So let's just try and add more. Well, I've got right up to 10 units added to the quantity here, and I've still got free shipping. So that's $2.45 per unit for this particular bike light, including shipping. I'd be happy enough with the feedback here and the votes and 284 orders. So I'd certainly be happy enough that this seller is a good seller. Now, this is not a recommendation for you to sell rear bicycle lights. I'm just using this as an example to show you how to search on AliExpress, and I used it on Alibaba as well, the example to show you how to search and source suppliers for the products that you've picked out in the earlier lectures on choosing a product to sell. So this is AliExpress. It's a simple option. You can get a much lower quantity. If you just wanted 5 units, you could just get 5 units. And this is really good for those of you who are on a very, very small budget, and even 50 or 100 units from Alibaba would be outside of your budget. It can also be a great option for those of you who are not on a very tight budget, because it allows you to get small quantities, very small quantities if you wish, of a product so that you can test it out on Amazon and just see how well it's going to sell, how quickly it's going to sell, and whether or not you want to get more or not. So AliExpress is a really good option.